Hey guys, welcome to Train Check YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be solving this CodeWars Kata algorithm question. So in this algorithm question, we'll be checking if a string is in uppercase format or is not in uppercase format. So this algorithm question, the method in this algorithm question is accepting string as an input, and then if the string is an uppercase, we will return true, but if the string is not an uppercase, we will return false. So as you all know, we have to copy this code to Visual Studio so that we can write our code and then debug, so we see how it moves. So let's get started. Now I'll be pasting it inside Kata 8 class that I've created before. So now we have to check if as we all know, this method is an extension method because you can see this string text and then it's a static method, and the class 2 must be static so that you'll be able to call it because it's an extension method. So an extension method must have a static class and a static method with this at the front of the parameter inside the method. So whenever we want to call it, we don't have to pass the parameter inside the method again. So it should just be the something like that dot. So we see it whenever we want to call it. So let's get started now. We are accepting string as an input, and we have to check if the string is in uppercase format or not. So if it is in uppercase format, we have to return true, but if it is not in uppercase format, we have to return false. So let's get started. We are just going to use if statement. So it will just be if statement. It will be if text text is equal to um text text dot to upper. So if the text we are accepting as an input is equal to when we convert this text dot to uppercase. So assuming the hello is in lowercase format now. So when we convert, if it is equals to is in uppercase format now. So if it is now equals to the text dot to upper, that means the if statement is true, it will enter. But assuming this text that is coming is in lowercase format, and then if you check it like this, it will be false. So let's get started. Let's just continue. We see how it moves when we start to debug. So so if text is equal to text dot to upper, we should return um we should return we should return true. Then else we should just return false. That is just basically what we need to do. So we first call this method now in our program class to see. Just call this method in program class. So we can say input string input is equals to, let's copy one of the test cases we have inside this place. So let's say I am donut. So it should be false. So it should be false. Let's just pass it here. So it should be false. So now to now call it, since it is an extension method, we just need to do, this is just what we need to do. It's So since it is an extension method, you don't need to be passing any parameter like we always do. Just dot is uppercase. You see, the method we created. So it will act as just like when we are using dots to string, dots to array, stuff like that. So it is an extension method. So that is why we have static class and we have this at the front of the parameter. Then we have static class and static method. So we don't have to be passing anything inside it. So let's run it and see. We are expecting what the result to be what. So our result is false. So now let's run it on debug and see how it goes. How we move. So like we always do, let's run it on debug so we can move. So the string is hello small letter, I am Donald with capital letter. So let's move. If text, which is hello small letter capital letter I am Donald, is equals to text dot to upper. The text dot to upper means everything is in uppercase. So we are comparing if the incoming one is equals to when everything is in uppercase. So you see, it is false. If we let me expand this, let me take this up. So the incoming one is text, which is hello I am Donald. And then the one we are comparing it with is string dot to upper return, which is hello I am Donald here. So the text coming in is not equals to this because there is lowercase inside it, so it is not the same thing with what we are comparing it with here. See, this is the incoming text here, which is not equals to what we are comparing it to here. So that is what I'm doing. If you over on this, you see the text is I am Donald, and then I'm converting it to uppercase there to compare it if it is equals to each other. So the incoming one is I am Donald and it's not equals to this I'm comparing it to. So that is why we get false as the answer. So let's test the one with all capital letter. So let's take it in. So let's go inside program class, replace this guy here, and then we call it. So what we do, step over to enter the method. So the incoming one is now all capital letter. So we do if the text which is incoming is equals to text dot to upper. So it will enter sure because the incoming one is all in capital letter, and then why it is the same thing with what we are comparing it to, which is why we got true here. So it will enter, it will return true, and it will come out back. It will come out back. So um if many of us are finding it difficult not understanding this if statement, I can just do this to still be the same thing. I can do uh, upper uppercase text. I can do string uppercase text, and just do this string dot is equals to, so it will still be the same so we can understand because not everybody might not be getting it like that. So instead of doing the conversion straight like this, I mean, instead of checking it straight like this, we can just do this. It's still the same. It's still the same thing. So we are still doing the same thing. So if we run it on debug now, I think it should be more clearer. So it should be more clearer. So We are converting what is coming in. Let's run it with smaller case, small letter, not uppercase. Okay. So what we are doing basically is the incoming one, which has smaller which is not all caps, that has smaller case. We are now converting it to all caps here, so that we can be able to compare it. So this one is all caps. It has been converted to capital letter because we want to check if the text in here is capital letter, if it is all caps or not. So we will now do the check-ins now. So if text, which is the main one coming, is equals to the capital letter we have converted it to, it should return true. That means the string is in uppercase format. So since it is not in uppercase format, the incoming one has smaller case inside, so we return false because uppercase text is all in capital letter while the incoming one is in smaller case, and then that is why we have false. I think this will be more clearer. We can do it this way, we can do it the other way, anywhere we want it. So let's just copy our code to which to CodeWars to test and see if we are good to go or not, or we still have some things to fix. So let's just try it. If it will go, voila, we passed all the test cases. So first attempt, we've passed all the test cases. So before we submit, we can still do like the other way I said. You see, if we do it the same way like that, um, let's say text dot to upper like we did before. Let's see. You see, still the same. It's just I just want some people to really know what I'm doing inside the if statement. That is why I just have to do that up and then compare it inside the if statement back. So we can just attempt and then we submit. So that is just it. See, you can still see some other people's algorithm solutions here. So guys, that is just it. That is just it. That is just it. So guys, please kindly subscribe to Train Check YouTube channel for more videos, and please don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, and turn on the notification icon so that I can get notified anytime we upload new content. Thank you guys.